Hello friends, welcome to the Swift session 3. Today we're gonna go over the basic data structures of Swift. So first of all is the enum. So it's actually of top type optional. What is optional? So optional in Swift is like you have a value or you do not have a value. So suppose if you are trying to access a value that does not has a value inside it, your app will not crash. So let's make an example. So let's try this. String nil. Make a new project and let's make a variable let x equals to string. uh, okay, so now we have made this an optional string variable. So if suppose if we print out this x, so the default value is nil, so the app will not crash. Let's make it to iPhone 5 because it's much faster. So it's nil. So see, if we try to access a value, we try to access a variable which did not have a value and the app did not crash. That's a user optionals that it has a value and or it does not has a value. So if we make it a x equals to AABB, just random thing, and then you try to print out. Okay, so we have to make it var because it's Swift, and then you try to execute it. Now you should see so you should see your type optional. So to remove this word optional, you have to make it an exclamation mark. So this says the compiler that there is a value and we know we just access it. But at this time, suppose if it's still nil, so the app can crash or it depends. So see the app crash because it's nil, and we say that we know that the variable has a value, just access it. So this is the reason in Swift. Like these Apple people came up with the type of optionals, and you can have optionals with strings, arrays, numbers, or almost all data types. Second is array. So it's kind of different. Let's say where a. So the way I like to do is I just name it like this, so I can make it a string. Or you have to instantiate. So when we add these empty brackets, so it actually instantiates. So this thing actually gives the memory to it, instantiates the memory to it. This is the reason that we have these brackets. That's how I do it. You can make it as ns number or int or like anything, or you can also make it of type any object, anything. So I like to make it a string, and then we can do so this array we are making of Swift data type. So you can do a dot append, then you can just add a. You can add b probably also. You can just say print a. Okay, yeah, you cannot have multiple inside it. There was a way. Okay, so you can just basically append to just one, but yeah, of course you can just say it like this. So you can say a equals to a comma c comma, then you can say a b c. Okay, let's try it. So we should say a b c. So now we see 4 entries into the array. Then you can say a dot append it's A, B, C, D, E now. So these are the arrays, or if you make it as let. So in Swift it's let or where. So let is when you know that you want to make it immutable. So see, so this is let. That means you cannot change the value now over here. So these ones, so you have to make it as where to change the values. This is the difference between let and where. Okay, and if you want to go through the, so now if you want to go through every like element in the array, so there is one way to do it like a for loop, or you can also do like a Swift enumeration. So you can just give it a name for animals in A, print A. You have to say print animal. So now they should print one by one all the elements. See, A, B, C, D, E. So this for in loop is used for enumeration in arrays. Next is dictionaries. So now we should make a dictionary where dict. So since the dict always has two values, one is the key, one is the value. So you have to give a data type of string int. That's how I do it. Then you can just say dict first. So now if you want to, so let's just comment it out. And now if you wanna print, so let's print out the dictionary. So we have printed out the dictionary now. Okay, and now if you so now this way we have it in arrays, we also have it the same way in dictionaries to go through all the elements. So but in this one you have a tuple. So you say for key comma value. Value and dict. So this will print only the keys for you. For second, as you see, so we print only keys. So this is known as tuple. So this tuple is actually to print both the values in a dictionary. So in an array you cannot print a tuple, but in a dictionary it is possible because you have two values at one time. Okay, and what else we have? Okay, and if you want to just say like just print dict, then you say first. I have a break so that I can see that it's this one. So stop here, and now if you see, so we printed 1, as you can see. So it's working. So guys, this was dictionaries. Range. So range is actually like, so when you want to go from one number to another number, so and range is a struct and is not of type a class. So these arrays dictionaries are of class which you can make it an object and then play with it and then call all the methods of it. But this range is of type type struct which cannot be instantiated. So if you just want to print out numbers from 1 to 15, so you say for I in 1 3 dots 15, and you say print I. So this will go through 1 to 15 all the way. Let's remove the breakpoint. So you see, we are able to print it out. And suppose if you do not want to print out the last value, you just say till less than 15. So this will give you till 14. That's how it goes. So we have more classes. NS object. So NS object is the like basic class of all the. It is the main base class of all the classes, which are these are inherited from NS number. So in Swift we do not have int, double, and all these. We just have one class NS number, and from over here you can change it to int, double, or whatever you feel like. We have this another class NS date to handle all the dates. You have to change the format, so you have to use this class. We have NS data to for the data transition, like binary to hex or whichever one you want.